Hello parents and girls. This is a quick video to share with you how to set up the phonics quiz, how the teachers deliver the phonics quiz, and then we're also going to share with you mums and dads how to mark the phonics quiz, just the way we do at school. So the girls may remember setting up their phonics quiz in their little books with a blank page. I'm using a blank piece of scrap paper today, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left, on the fold, against the fold, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we are quite strict in the way that we deliver the quiz so that all 3 classes are uniform. The girls are given enough time and that they hear the word 3 times. It is important, parents, that you do not sound out the word for the girls. They need to sound it out for themselves after hearing it those 3 times. They can start writing the minute that they are ready to start writing. Number 1, sun. Sun. Today, the sun is bright and warm. So that's my 3 times that the girls have heard the words, and then you can move on to the next one. Once you have called out all 10 of the words and the girls have written down their 10 words, parents, you will notice that we will include in the quiz 1 or 2, perhaps even 3 trickier words, like your number names. It might be a color name, words that they have been exposed to on a reading level, or it's a sight word that's expected of them, perhaps even a phonics word with a plural, like buns. Then the girls can choose a color and one of their patterns, and they can end off the phonics section of the quiz with a pattern, and then we move on to dictation. We need to remind the girls that with dictation, we're expecting a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence, spaces between the words, and a full stop at the end of the sentence. I always say to my girls, I'm going to say the whole sentence, listen, and when you're ready, get started. You may write when you are ready, but I will also break it up into smaller chunks and I will read it slowly. The red hen sat in the mud. And when they're ready, they can start. The red hen sat in the mud. And then I will read it a 3rd time so that they can check. The red hen sat in the mud. The last section of the phonics quiz is for the girls to draw a picture about the sentence that they have written. And obviously here we're looking for comprehension. So we are looking to see, has she understood what she has heard and what she has written? Is there a hen in the picture? Is the hen red? Is it sitting in the mud? Okay, when marking the quiz, it's 1 mark for each word written correctly. Mums and dads, please watch for reversals here. We're not going to penalize for every single reversal at this stage unless it's a b or a d reversal. For instance, dat would not be correct. It would change the meaning of the word, so she would not get a mark for that. But other letters that are typically reversed, let's say for example like the f, we will award the mark and we will subtract 1 mark from the overall total at the end for reversals. So be aware of those differences there. Watch out for those ds and those bs, or the ds and the bs, because those can cost them the mark. So it's 1 mark for each correctly written word. When you get to the dictation, this is where it gets a little more technical. We award a mark for a capital letter, another mark for the, which is a high frequency word they are expected to know, a mark for each correctly written word. Then we award an extra mark if the words have a finger space between. In other words, is the entire sentence crammed together, then they would lose that mark for spacing. So I would award an extra mark if there are finger spaces and an extra mark for that full stop. Okay, so at the end of the test, we should get a mark out of 10 and we will obviously then -1 for reversals if you are picking up a couple of reversals. So it's 1 mark overall for that. Then you look at the dictation, 10 out of 10, and then you look at the picture and give her a mark out of 3 for the picture if we can see all the things we're looking for. I've penalized myself here and I've given myself 2 out of 3 because I realize my hen actually looks like she's standing rather than sitting. So use your discretion with the picture, but we're looking for really clear comprehension there. Mums and dads, this can be stressful. We try to play it down. We do give them as much time as possible, but try and be fair here so that your daughter is adequately prepared when she walks back into a classroom and assessment environment. We will not be recording these marks. However, keep the tests, file them away, and then you can track her progress as she goes along. It will also keep her accountable at the end of the week, after all the phonics words she's practiced, to have an end point in mind, something to aim for, something to strive for, and be generous with those stickers and with the encouragement.